Model building, a boyhood pastime introduced from father to son since the 50s. In Britain, 1949, Airfix were approached by Harry Ferguson in order to make a model of their newest tractor for sales and promotional purposes. But at the same time, they permitted Airfix to sell the model as a toy for children. To keep costs low, they built the model as a self-assembly kit, and it was an instant hit. As the popularity for modelling quickly expanded, so too did the range of models available, and after more than half a century, model making is still big business. But perhaps it's less popular now with younger children than it used to be. Let's face it, they're far more likely to be sat glued to a monitor than anything else. So what if there was a way to tap into that arena and introduce these kids to the wonderfully creative pastime of model making, but this time in a virtual environment? Is it even possible? And would it work? Would it be any good? Well, I'm glad to say that on the 8th of February 2022, developers Moonlit SA and 𝗂𝐤 released their long-awaited model builder game, which actually qualifies in my book as a simulator. And furthermore, it is extremely accomplished, and it isn't just directed at kids either. The game launches with a variety of approximately 15 model variations, all of which are immediately available from within the sandbox. Certainly this is a number that will increase over time, as will the variety of model types on offer. You can pause a build at any time and return to it at a later date, and then finalise and display them in one of your many display cabinets. Unfortunately, at the moment at least, you cannot modify a model that has been finalised. I hope that this is something that will change in the future. You do have even more control over the lighting, the diffusion, the depth of field and the positioning of your models in the photography area as well, which allows you to create some elaborate diorama scenes and then share it on social media. The career mode, a story-led journey through each of the available launch day models, also serves as the tutorial and includes models that consist of just 4 parts, right the way up to 172 parts. These models include tanks, submarines, ships and aircraft plus more. And in addition to each model's default difficulty level, they can also be manipulated to be less intricate for first-time builders, and this technique is employed heavily within the career, where certain sections are pre-built for you. Now, intricate is a key word when it comes to model building, and the developers are well aware of this. They have made sure that we not only have the right mechanics in order to manipulate each individual piece of a model so that we can gain access to every angle on every single part, but also they have painstakingly ensured that we have all the necessary tools to create scaled replicas the way we want to make them. With tools including scalpel clippers, rough edge files, fillers, sandpaper, fine polish sheets, textures, paintbrushes, airbrushes, duct tape, decals and more, you will quickly realise just how good a job they have done of recreating the real thing. And things get even more realistic if you can hook up a tablet and stylus. So let's discuss why this is a good idea. First of all, this is not intended to replace model building or in any way compete against it. In reality, the exact opposite is the primary goal for the developers here. They actually want to encourage new people to try out modelling and perhaps encourage older people who, let's say, haven't picked up a kit in decades to revisit one of their childhood pastimes. So if you're a youngster and you've never actually built a model in your life, then you really have been missing out. Model Builder offers you a quick, clean and easy way to experience model building for the first time without needing to buy all of the paints and the required equipment. Maybe you're getting on in years and your fine motor skills or your eyesight aren't quite what they once used to be, and you find that real modelling becomes too difficult. Well, Model Builder has numerous controls, features and options built in within the game in order to make it super easy for anyone to build even the most complex of models on offer. And the developers are dedicated to further ensuring that they accommodate as many disabilities as they can. But what if you already know all about model making and you would rather just build the real thing? Well, unless you're already a professional model building expert, then have you considered just how useful it would be if you could have access to the exact same identical model that you're going to build in a digital format, so that you could practice on it without fear of damaging it? You could try different paint schemes before ever putting paint to plastic. Well, that kind of functionality isn't present yet, but in my humble opinion, it's just a matter of time before it is. I would say that Model Builder is good enough to enable complete beginners and old hands to try out some new techniques, perfect some old ones, or maybe, like me, give you the confidence you need to crack open those models that have been collecting dust underneath your desk and actually just have a go. Don't knock it until you try it, I think is the short way of explaining what Model Builder is to me. It's so much more accomplished than I ever dreamed possible, and once you pick it up and start getting involved, it's a little bit addictive, I have to say. Anyway, I hope this review has been helpful for you. Please hit the like button, subscribe, and leave your comments in the comments section below. I'd love to know what you're hoping to build or would like to build in the future. Thanks for watching, take care, goodbye for now.